Good afternoon, everybody. This is Roman from Levittown. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. It's a great day. It's sunny outside, not too hot yet, but very good day. I hope everybody is doing well and healthy and safe. I hope everybody is done with their work for today, even if not, but you still can listen to me. That will be great. I'm going to share something that is very important, in my opinion, to many people to understand and to open up their eyes, ears, and minds. So we'll give just another second for people to join us and we will begin. If you guys see that this information is useful or it's not, you know somebody who can benefit from it, please feel free to share. It's my pleasure to be here and help others as much as I can. Okay, so I see people joining, so we're going to start now. And what I'm going to speak with you today about is something that came to me as an idea, and the idea is continuing our topic for this week as to self-development and why people do not reach their goals. One of the things that stops them is believing that they have too much knowledge. And knowledge can help or knowledge can hurt. And what I thought about it, when I thought about it, I figured, let me bring this in as a topic for our discussion today. And I collected a bunch of quotes, as you see behind me. So we'll go one by one and express them and try to understand where is the mistake or disconnect between our beliefs and the reality, or how we can each other to benefit from common knowledge from people around us. So the first quote I put here is, measure of intelligence is the ability to change, by Albert Einstein. And basically why I put this one as an opening quote, because many people believe I know a lot, so I'm a very intelligent person, but knowing a lot and being able to actually understand what's going on in the world is not the same thing. Moreover, people who know a lot and they kind of close their brain and saying, okay, now I know everything, but the science are not stopping. The world is developing. So let me give you an example. In beginning of 20th century, people knew about telegraph. And for those who are younger generation, you may not even know what it is. That was the messages that were sent via wires, and they were typed in by the machines and delivered to people on a piece of paper. So then, and that was the true information, right? There was like phone and telegraph, and obviously letters. If the person living in that time would say, "This is my world. This is what I believe in," and by some miracle they end up here in 21st century, or even in the end of 20th century, so pretty much just within the same century, just jump over 60, 70 years, and you would say, oh, we have the cell phones, and they would say, no, it's not true, it does not exist, it cannot exist. So in their opinion and in their time, there's only phone that is with cords, or telegraph, or obviously handwritten letters. There's nothing else, no other means of communication. You say, no, here's a cell phone, I hold it, and then say, no, it cannot be. So the people who have knowledge, but they stop learning, or they close their eyes and ears, they cannot be called intelligent, because they pretty much denying the progress, they denying the development of the society and people and information. So that cannot be called intelligent. The fact that you know a lot doesn't mean anything. You have to be knowing a lot and be able to and open to learn more, and to understand that some beliefs from before have changed. I'll give you another example. When I went to the school, when I was a baby, we were told 1 plus 1 is 2, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 10 plus 10 is 20. Then I went to the high school and I was told that if you multiply 10 by 50 million, it will be 500 million. But if you need to add numbers with the bigger numbers, then, and you have to add to that bigger number, smaller number, let's say 500 million, and you add another 10, you can just disregard the 10 because it's too small to that amount. And I was first saying, wait a second, how you can disregard something? Math is a direct, exact science, And now we're disregarding Pierce of the equation, and I was told that's fine to do so because, again, in the grade scheme, 500 million and 10 is just nothing. So if I would say, no, 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 you cannot do it, then I would not pass my class. So we have to be able to open to change. So the next quote is here. A mind is like a parachute. It does not work if it's not open. So guess what? That's exactly what I was just talking about by Frank Zappa, by the way. If you close up your mind, you cannot accept any more information. You only live in today's, in yesterday's information. Your mind is worthless. It cannot adjust, it cannot change, it cannot develop anything new. And obviously, you can live in the past, but we all go into the future, so it's better to be open to the future. The next one is very important, and this one actually comes from my martial art experience. When we come to class, and either class with other teacher or a seminar, or whenever I'm not the teacher, I come to class with so-called beginner's mind. It's a Zen idea, and it pretty much means you come in with a blank piece of paper in your mind. Even though you know something, just leave it alone and let the other information to come in. You can always later to parse it and decide what's needed, what's not needed. But as you come in, you're not coming in with your own knowledge. You come in with knowledge, with an idea that you want to learn. So here's what this quote says. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Shunryu Suzuki. So that's exactly what I mean. A person comes to class or to dojo to train, and he has that open mind, beginner's mind. He can explore different ideas and try to see how many possibilities are there. When we come with mind of expert and we know this much, then there's no room to the right or to the left. It's only that. And once we do that, we pretty much lock ourselves in the box, and we're not allowing ourselves to advance. So again, many people I speak with right now, they're saying, oh, I know this, and it's not working, or that's not true. And I say, wait a second, but do you want to really understand what I'm talking about? Because it may be something that you knew before, but it could have changed. People change. Like you know a person, and the person is a very good person. You meet them 20 years later, and they're criminal. Or vice versa. The criminal goes to jail, goes through the correction program, whatever the education, and comes out and become a monk and helps people. So we cannot just say, oh, I know this, it never changes. That's not true, and we all know this. So why be like that? Moving on. Aristotle said that for the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. Meaning, we cannot say, oh, I don't know this, I'm not going to do it. A baby, when he or she is born, first actually sleeps, and that's all they do. They sleep, they eat, they pee and poop. Later they start to crawl. Do they really know how to crawl when they were born? No. Did they know how to learn it? No, they just learned by doing so. Then baby comes up and try to walk. Do they know how to walk? No. Do they know how to learn how to walk? No, they just doing it, and by doing so they learn it. Same thing with the martial arts. You come to the dojo, you don't know how to do the technique, doesn't mean you don't do it. You listen to the teacher, you get some basic idea, and you start doing it. Same true to any kind of activity the human being does for the first time. And the other quote is going to the same idea. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. See Richard Branson. And you know, this guy definitely knows what he's talking about. So let's come back to what I have been promoting. I'm promoting a healthy lifestyle and the business opportunity attached to it. So by helping somebody else to be healthy, by keeping yourself in good shape, we're actually able to make money. And I think this is very admirable, and this is very fair business to be in. You delivering the value to other people happy, they become better, and as a result, you get compensated. It's not vice versa. They're not paying you first, and then you do something, or maybe not even do something, right? There are a lot. As an attorney, I hear a lot of stories from clients that come and say, I paid this attorney X number of dollars, and he or she did nothing for me. So I think that's unfair. You pay in advance and the person doesn't perform, but it's really now a legal battle to get the money back. In our situation, people come to us, we give them information, we give them tools that they need to get better, and they do, because if you follow the instructions, if you follow the rules, if you follow the procedure or the system that we promoted, there is no way you will not. It's really impossible, okay? Because the system is based on our anatomy and our physiology. So moving on. Experience is the best teacher, Penelope Douglas. Why am I getting to the experience? Because right now we have a lot of pretty much like flood of instructors, gurus saying, if you pay me this, you will be that, and they all saying, just pay me and you will be. Here's the kicker: they saying, pay me, and then you will see what happens. Those people not necessarily know what they're talking about. They may know, but they never done it themselves, or may know they've done it themselves, but it doesn't mean that it applies or it works for everybody, because everything has to be tested, and has to be tested over a period of time on multiple different kinds of people. So again, what I'm sharing right now, what I'm promoting, is tested by over the 20 years period, and on millions of people who've done it from age 0 to age 80 and 90 years old. So all range of people, male and female, fitness experts, athletes, and just regular people, gone through these programs and all reported 100% they got results, as long as, and only those who actually followed the system and did it correctly. I cannot say for people who didn't follow the system or who didn't do it correctly, because obviously, again, if you have an instructions how to use your car or printer or computer, and you do it in the opposite direction, your device or whatever is going to fail you, and you cannot blame the device. It's like you go to the master, I don't know, master artist and steal their brushes, and then you think now you're a master artist. No, the brushes is only a tool, but the artist is the one who creates the masterpiece. So the master has his system or his skill, and by getting the tool, you're not becoming the master yet. You have to still acquire the skills, and you have to acquire the system. So what we given, we actually given people system, and with the system we're giving people tools, and on top of that we're giving people our guidance, meaning you're not alone with our products and with our system. We get in every day or whenever you need our guidance on what you have to do, when you have to do it, and how you have to do it, and that guarantees your results. Now you can say, oh, I don't want to follow the rules, and then hey, that's on you. If you don't want to follow the rules, you cannot expect the rules to protect you. We live in America here, and in America is a very funny society. When I went to law school, I was very confused about it. Here's why. If you follow the rules, the law protects you. If you don't follow the rules, meaning you're a criminal, the law protects you even more. So people who are violating law are more protected than people who are not. And that was driving me crazy. This is one of the reasons I could not really do anything that relates to criminal law, because I felt that I would not be able to defend people who did something wrong and try to do my best to make sure their rights are protected, because I would feel that this is wrong. Even though, yes, we all have civil rights and then whatever, but in my gut feeling was, if you did something wrong, you have to be punished for that. And again, this is just my my sentiment, so let's skip it. But here's the idea. If you follow the instruction, if you use the right tools, if you use the right guidance, you will be successful. And it's better to learn from people who have experience than from people who just learned and never done them themselves, or maybe never needed themselves. So that's very important. And the last thing, and this is actually comes to very same idea I just mentioned, no matter how long you train one to be brave, you never know if they are or not until something real happens. So it applies to bravery, but let's speak about anything, any kind of knowledge. You can train person a lot, or I'm giving this example to my students all the time. It doesn't matter how many Aikido books you read and videos you watch. When you come on the mat, you're not a great teacher and you're not a great master, and you cannot do Aikido just by watching videos or reading books. You have to actually come on the mat and practice those things you've seen on the videos and the book, and then you can become a master. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm talking from my experience. Reading the books, watching videos is not until you take what you read on the mat and practice it many, many, many times. So bringing this back home, first people have to open up their minds. They should not say, I know this already, don't talk to me about it, I don't want to know. Because that shows their ignorance. That shows their unintelligence. Second, when you are opening your mind, be able and be willing to change. Change yourself by changing your opinion, by changing the ways you do things, by changing your attitude towards other people. One of the other teachers that I have, Alexei Lukonin, he says that in human society, the highest level of maturity is ability to accept other people's opinion. So what I'm trying to say, you don't have to agree with every single opinion, but you have to respect every single opinion. And if you're a person of open mind, just hear the opinion first and then decide for yourself, would you agree with it or not? Again, you don't have to agree, but each opinion has its place in life. So make sure you allow that. So when we're talking about people who trained a lot but never done something, or trained a lot but don't have the first-hand experience, then think twice if you want to learn from those people or you want to learn from people who have experience, who have done it. Our team has been doing it for years and have success in many countries around the world. And I'm learning from those people, and I'm sharing what I've learned already and what I've done myself. So it's very important to understand that open mind is key to improvement and to intelligence. Respect other people and their opinions, no matter what they are. You don't have to be rude or dismissive of these people. And three, learn from people who have experience, who've done things that they're talking about, and then you will be successful as well. I hope this information is useful and benefits you or somebody else you know, and obviously please share this information with others. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below or reach out to me directly with a messenger. And I'm looking forward to be here tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. We'll continue with some ideas I have, and obviously the business and health idea that I'm talking about. I really want as many people as possible to know about this opportunity. It really leads to a healthy life without changing the lifestyle tremendously. There is really small adjustment that we are suggesting people to do, but it leads to big change eventually over time. It doesn't happen overnight. Somebody offers you a super tool that will fix you forever, once and for all. That's a lie. It's not going to happen. You go to a surgery, it fixes you. It can occur again. The same problem can occur again. So the surgery will not fix everything. Please be open-minded, think critically, ask questions. Thank you so much for watching. Be well, stay safe, and be back tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.